Hi everyone, it's Tony from Dive Tech in Grand Cayman. I have here the Nauticam EMWL lens, and today on the Dive Tech Photo channel, I'm going to tell you what this thing is and why you'd want one of your very own. So this here is the Nauticam Extended Macro Wide Lens. Now this one happens to be a prototype, which is on loan to us courtesy of Reef Photo and Video in Fort Lauderdale. The actual production lens looks exactly like this, and it functions identically, except it has a different method of connecting all these parts together. The EMWL, as it's known, is a water contact relay lens system, which is just a fancy way of saying it's a wet lens. The purpose of this lens is for close focus, wide-angle photography. This lens consists of three parts. Now the first part right here is what's known as the focusing unit, and this is the base that mounts to the camera housing itself. The focusing unit is specific to the lens you're going to be shooting it with, so right now there are three different versions from Nauticam. They make one for Nikon and Micro Four Thirds cameras, they make a second one for Canon cameras, and they make a third one for Sony cameras. Second part of this lens right here is called the relay lens. Now no matter what focusing unit you're using, you can use the same relay lens. They only make one version of this lens. In fact, you don't even need to use the relay lens. The whole purpose of this part here is to give you some additional reach from the camera body. If you don't use it, the overall length is reduced by 6.5 inches, and your image in your viewfinder actually gets inverted. So that could mess you up when you're trying to compose. The last part of this chain is the objective lens, and there are three of them. The objective lenses control your field of view and offer three different perspectives. There is a 60-degree lens, there is a 100-degree lens, and there is a 130-degree lens. Now these are wet lenses, so you can swap them around underwater, and because they are wet lenses, they actually don't work above water. The whole reason for this setup is to get close focus wide-angle shots. Now, traditionally, close focus wide-angle shots were done with lenses like the Tokina 1017 fisheye behind a compact dome port. You're limited on where you can actually fit the camera and dome. Getting into tight spots is hard. So the form factor of this lens system is designed to get you into small spaces and give you a really unique perspective. Now, when you step on the dive boat with this, you're going to get a lot of questions and a few dirty jokes. It's heavy, it's ungainly, it's hard to maneuver around a dive boat without hitting somebody or something. That said, it's one of the coolest lenses I've ever shot in my life. Just minutes into my very first dive with it, I found myself taking some really good and interesting photos. Very sharp corner to corner, very easy to focus, good depth of field, much larger than a regular macro lens, and the form factor allows you to get perspectives that you just can't get otherwise. Now, this is not a cheap lens. This setup you see here in front of me, just this lens system alone costs about $7,500 retail. That's about twice what my car is worth. But if you're creative, if you have the money, and if you like taking really good shots, I would say it is completely worth it. If I was not a broke dive instructor, I would 100% buy one of these. We try to keep these videos short and to the point, so if you have any questions or comments, please ask so we can address them. If you've enjoyed today's video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. That helps us grow and it helps us bring you more content. Thanks for watching. We hope to see you next time.